Alright, hi, this is Jacob Baugh, Jacob's Ladder with Team Cardhoarder, recording a bit of Frontier again. This is the third match versus Chris Anderson, and I'm going to go ahead and keep this hand. We're playing a Evo-Chord combo deck, if you hadn't seen any of the other videos. Alright. It looks like we've been on the draw all three games. Very unlucky. Just gonna fetch a blue-white tap land on turn one, I think is the optimal land. And then I can fetch basic forest on two, cast a mystic, or visionary, not mystic. And then basically have mana for the rest of the game. I have this Nissa to find me another mana source if I don't get one. Reflector's fine. Alright, I found another land, so I'm not committed to playing Nissa next turn, which is nice. I can just play this Sifter if the basic swamp. Hold my fetch line in case I find Tireless Tracker. Jeez. I guess I can... No, I can't actually Reflector Mage yet. I don't have an untap. I guess I can get Basic Island. What am I talking about? I think I will Reflector Mage Jace. Seems like a better use of my resources if I don't really want him to be looting, building Delirium, and filtering his deck. Just seems like a net negative for me. So, new plan. Looted Delta into Reflector. Sifter Swamp goes on the backswing. Tilt. I still have to go get Island, otherwise I can't cast Reflector Mage, so just gonna have to have a tapped Blooming Marsh the rest of this game. Dang. And I will trade with this Seder Wayfinder if he so chooses, because he can sacrifice this to an emerge creature, and this card does me basically nothing being in play. I am losing on a Scry potentially, but I'm still just perfectly fine with that. Oh, my match died. Come back. Alright. Alright, I traded with his Wayfinder. It didn't even help his Delirium, so I'm not sure why he traded there. I guess he values my 1/1 more? I don't know. Could just be he has cost extra turn, and assuming his Wayfinder is just going to die before he can emerge it anyways. Oh, or he just has another one, so the first one really didn't matter. Forgot to clear out my Jeff. Looks like he's getting an island on this one. Or a mountain. So he got a mountain? Okay. Alright. Next turn, the question is, do I play Visionary Selfless or just play Sifter? I think I'm just gonna lead on Visionary. Well, I shouldn't have done that, but I just basically lock myself into having to play Selfless Spirit. Because now I can't play my Swamp. That's pretty bad. Alright. Grapple, finding some things, probably taking a Wretched Griff so you can guess it next turn. Could just take the Emrakul, but you also might need lands and take Pilgrim's Eyes, potential lot thing, but it's probably just Wretched Griff, which yeah, that's what he took. about? Still has the mountain. That's pretty bad. Well, my attacks have been foiled. I really want to play this, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Just play this, leave open my green sources so I can cast Chord. Oh wait, this card isn't green, is it? That does not make green mana for this. That's kind of a tilt, but so be it. I could just cast my Nissa here with my Scion. Actually, I think I'm going to. Tilt. So I can put this on top and just not search for my land, which actually seems way better than just pulling that land out of my deck. So I already have the 2 lands to flip my Nissa. And if I do lose a card out on it, I get a good draw step next turn compared to a potential bad draw step. Okay, Wretched Griff, yeah. Land drop. We have another Wayfinder or something? Oh, jeez. Oh, the Jason bounced. That makes sense. Didn't take a pain to do it. It's unfortunate I don't have some sort of Wrath in my deck. So I can just pass and Chord for a bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. So I can Chord for 7. So I could get Hornet Queen. Don't have Delirium. I don't think there's any reason to cast this Eldritch Evolution yet, but I do think I am going to end of turn Court of Calling. Does let him cast Emrakul next turn with this line, because he gets to flashback his grapple or his traverse to find Emrakul, since he has an Emrakul in his graveyard. But I don't think I have any other way of attempting to push through this Ishkana, or Ishkana, whatever you want to call it. So I think I'm committed to just courting and hoping I can protect my Planeswalker enough to start clawing my way out of this game. Slash back grapple. Found another Evo-Chord. Doesn't matter as long as he just did not find a causal X return. That's what matters. Put the first Evo-Chord into the graveyard. Might as well kill that. No reason for me not to. Look for 7, and I will find a Hornet Queen. So my Hornet Queen will eat that Wretched Griff. And he might have a Cosmic Turn in his hand. At least thinking about this, which would be pretty unfortunate. Because they make me sack myself with Spirit. Like that. Get the Scry. Go on bottom. Reverse. Okay. He wants to join the Nissa Club. Not playing Nissa means they probably have Deep Fiend. But so be it. Cryptolith, right. Jesus. Okay. So I don't want to attack with my Hornet Queen, but I can attack with the insects. But do I want to? I'd rather trade them off now. So I'm going to Eldritch for with my own Emrakul. I certainly have to Eldritch this turn, so do I kill this Jace? Probably not. Useless Scry Trigger. Take back my Chord of Calling. Yes. Into the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have like 1 free attacker. I might as well just pass. So I had the Deep Fiend like I thought he did. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 3 mana. It's enough to Reflector the Emrakul. Oh, I know I have my reflectors in play. I can't do that. Tilt. So he's going to cast Emrakul, and I'm just going to have to weather through it with my entire board. And just chord for... something. X equals 5. This lets me kill Jace. Killing Jace seems useful. Alright. So I kills 3 spiders. I got to attack Jace by trading away one of my guys. Is that even worth it? Jace has got a plus on one of them. Get rid of the stupid Jace. Is my 2/2 more important than that? I think I'm just gonna have to kill this Jace. Not sure. Oh wait, turn off auto yields. I should just Selfless Spirit this, right? Turn off. So I should just Selfless Spirit this because he's gonna cast Emrakul next turn. It's the only way I'm gonna get actual value off of this thing. Because that thing's just dead on top. It's gonna be really awkward if he doesn't cast Emrakul, but and just like Cosmic's turns plus emerges another guy. But I don't think I can beat Cosmic's turn anyways, so I just have to beat the card I can beat and lose to the card I can't beat. So two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. Just to be fair, he might not even be able to cast Emrakul unless he has a land. I still think that was correct to do. I don't even think I probably shouldn't even kept that Jace. It's just too slow, and I need to draw something more impactful, like Chord or something. But he's got the land, so as long as he has another basic in his deck. He's an island in the graveyard, which doesn't matter for that fetch. I imagine he has at least like 6 or 7 forests in his deck, because he's playing Pilgrimage. Because he was just thinking if Emrakul was good enough. He's just gonna eat my 2 things. Seems good enough. I will snap trade if you offer it. Did not. Unlucky. Okay. Draw this useless Jace. Jace isn't out to Emrakul eventually, so maybe it is correct. Was correct to keep it, because it can Chord for the gain 13 life thing. But I could also just draw that card. This is definitely a grindy game 1. Oh man, if he actually gets back my Chord, I didn't even think about that. It's gonna be really bad for me. He knows those things are in my deck. He's seen me play them before. So if he just exiles this, returns my Chord. Yeah. He's just gonna play that thing. Chord for 3. Oh, he knows that's in my deck too. Oh god. All right. My card's certainly going on the bottom. Is there any way I can come back from this? Man, Nanook Husk is such a bad card. Why is it in my deck? I'll draw, I guess, because I technically have one thing to draw to kill the Emrakul, and it'll put me at 30. So he's gonna blank my first draw step, but as long as he doesn't put it on bottom or something. Every other time he's done this to me, I have had the 5/4 already in play, so I have no draws to it. Should just put all the triggers on the stack right now. It's keeping my land on top. Stupid Nantuku Husk, just straight up losing me this game. Yep. Dead. Alright, we're gonna board like we boarded last time. Let's board in all this stuff. And we're cutting the stupid Husk, Silport, Faithful, via the Kalitas. So we have plenty of 4-drops now. Chord. I think I ended up cutting the Hornet Queen last time. just got this leap. Been very unimpressed with it. You just like cut this package. Said easy's fine. Cut the crit build rights maybe. Put in a cut or something. I don't mind having one murderous cut in my deck. Sure. It's either the cut or the Chord of Calling. Yes, I'd like to play first. First time I've drawn Liliana, but also don't really want Green Word in my opening hand. But I don't think I can reasonably mulligan this, so since it has turn 2 Visionary or Jace and 3 drops to follow it up, so as long as I find one land. I do have one of my cards I just want a Chord for in my opener. It's still a very reasonable draw. Probably just gonna play Jace on 2. Vessel. He's gonna have Delirium right away. That's pretty good. Right. So I guess I just find basic forest. This can still fetch blue-white, so just play Jace. Clicked on Visionary. Whoops. Well, I have a Visionary then. I wanted to play Jace. Maybe we just won't play Jace this game. I don't really want to cycle away any of my cards. Maybe I can just like play Liliana next turn and then just like start attacking. No, I don't really have a way to flip my Liliana anymore, except for combat. The rest is an interesting draw. I really want to get white, but Fiery Impulse A. That's a thing. I don't like that. I don't like all these freaking traverses either. So I've put an instant in this graveyard. Well, he's gonna get instant anyways. I don't really want my creatures getting Fiery Impulsed. So I will discard it. I didn't think he was going to block that time. He's going to traverse for a... He's probably going to crack Vessel first, and then traverse for... I guess he has to traverse first. Traverse for Mountain, then crack Vessel for a Pain. Could also traverse for Island, but imagine it's Mountain. Play the Mountain, play the Traverse. Oh, you just need islands. He has a bunch of islands. That's really awkward that I did not draw land. I just prioritized the Visionary last turn over Jace because I really wanted to find my land drop for this turn. Maybe I was just supposed to cast Jace to do that. Alright. Attack with all the deuce. He's gonna crack his vessel. Don't think he can really block. Found a Deep Fiend, I'm assuming. And it doesn't tell me what he picks up. I know what he picked up. Activates vessel there, rises into my yard. Elder Deep Fiend in his hand. Okay. I need True Jace. Okay. Awkward. Played Island. If I draw a land and I can include this, and it's a green land, I can play this Sifter. I flag my position. If I don't draw a green land, well, it's a land, so got that at least. So I can chord for 4 here. I know they have Traverse, Grapple, which they're going to play. So maybe I just chord and, or maybe I get Sifter into Jace. That. Just want to draw lands. That. And attack for 2, or attack for 4. Alright, get my F6 in. Jumps a 1/1. It's fine, takes 3. Go back to 20. This isn't that bad a scenario. Now chord for a lot more. They didn't hit anything super impactful. They just get another Deep Fiend most likely. Could take Emrakul, but they only have 5 subtypes, so I imagine it's just second Deep Fiend. Emrakul is very good though, so could be that as well. They took the Emrakul. Alright, that's probably not great for me. I know they have Island, Traverse, Deep Fiend, Emrakul. One unknown that they just drew Ship and Reef. Uh, 5, 6, 7. That's Game Boys. Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. When did they draw Kozilek's Return? Maybe I had one of the things wrong? Man, I guess they drew Cosmic's turn off the Jace loot there. Yeah, that's just what they had to have done. And discarded it instantly, which... Maybe I should have just held up Court of Calling. I feel like I might have been able to win this game if I had done that, but... That's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. I will stack these like so. Always yield. Always yield. I guess this in the land is pretty good. Yeah. I mean, he's got the curve of... His curve is basically that into Deep Fiend into Emrakul. So probably just dead. But we'll see. He just doesn't have lands. Oh, he's already played a land. Yep. Yep. And I'm nowhere near casting these Court of Calling because I haven't drawn any green sources. Flashing back Traverse, I assume getting Ishkana, casting Ishkana. I draw a green source. I might be able to maybe be in this game still, but it's still very unlikely. Alright, Rhinoing. That means I can 4, 5, 6, 7. I can now Court of Calling into more Rhinos. But I think he's casting an Emrakul this turn. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. 5, I guess he doesn't have enough to cast an Emrakul. Certainly not attacking. I will cast his Court of Calling. Tap my Rhino. No. I was hoping I would be able to wait, but you just tap 4 of my lands, I could just float 4. But instead, I have to just do it now. If I only had Delirium, that would be great. So my choices are make it Jace, Nissa for a forest, play a forest, just Siege Rhino him again, what's the worst thing he can do to me is the real question for X equals 5. Get Sidisi, get Voldaren Pariah. Oh man, Voldaren Pariah is going to kill me. So, does this give me Delirium? I feel like I might have Delirium. Because this puts an instant in my graveyard. So I guess I will have Delirium. So I'm going to get this and hope this works how I want it to work. It doesn't. That's unfortunate. Yep, it doesn't. Unlucky. I think it's the only way I could potentially get something, but... Because Rhino isn't going to do me anything. He's just going to cast Emrakul next turn. Which lets him kill my entire board. I will show him my hand and then give him the scoops. Because he's going to be able to chord for whatever he wants. I guess I won't concede, but I could draw the 6-drop guy who kills Emrakul off the top after he destroys my entire board and casts the chord. Ew. I think you want to cast Eldritch Revolution. You just kill something of mine, discard that card from my hand. So you just go get Voldaren Pariah, sacrifice my board. And then I draw. I guess you could just go get Noxious Gearhulk. Noxious Gearhulk, one of my own creatures. So I don't have that to draw to anymore. But then I can Greed Warden back Noxious Gearhulk. Exploit Sacking Self. Okay. Getting nothing. Or he's going to get a basic forest so he can cast my Court of Calling. And deal me a damage. But then he won't be able to kill my creatures. Oh. Okay. So he's leaving me with Court of Calling. That's fine. Imagine this is lethal, but we'll see. Right? It's 13, 16. Yep, lethal. Alright, we'll let him kill us. We won't concede this game. Hey, look. We're going to block that one. Get my trigger. I want to use my trigger. Oh no. Bang. Hi there, this is Jacob Baugh, Jacob's Ladder with Team Cardhoarder, and we're back for the wrap-up after finishing our 3 matches against Chris Anderson. He played a Timur Emerge style deck, and it destroyed us, basically. We did end up taking one match because we just became an efficient creature deck and just curved out and killed him, which is definitely something that this deck was original planned to do. I think I got a little bit too cute with some of the combo pieces, like these things right here. Let's go ahead and just move out the cards I didn't like while playing. This stuff certainly didn't seem that great. Liliana seemed fine in the match I drew it, but these 5 cards certainly probably shouldn't have been in my deck. Everything else seemed kind of useful. It had its own place. I definitely wanted more trackers at after playing with them. with 10 fetches in my mana base, it just seemed insane. There should probably be at least 2 more of those in here. These guys should probably get cut. Potentially move the evolution to the board, and Jace is probably fine as a 2-of as well. I learned it's good in some scenarios, and it's pretty useful at just filtering. So I think I'll keep it if I try this deck in the future. This format goes somewhere. The Court of Calling Evolution package was great. If I knew my deck better and hadn't just built it before I played this, I probably would have won a few more games for sure. Everything else was pretty great. I think I need some sort of interaction with my opponent's graveyard in my sideboard as well, and to clean up the numbers a lot. So maybe get some more impactful 2-drops on curve, and maybe actually just play a basic Plains, because the sideboard cards were pretty awkward at some times, so maybe I just need that basic Plains anyways, and just have another basic to make my Sunken Hollows and Canopy Vista and Prairie Stream come untapped would be useful, and make these actually untap lands every time. But other than that, the deck did function as a deck. I think it's definitely did some powerful things. Hornet Queen impressed me a lot. I was super happy I had a clone in my deck at times, and Noxious Gearhulk was just great all around. So I would probably stay with working with those kind of cards. And Green Warden of Marasa was actually pretty insane too. Just making doing an impersonation of Eternal Witness in that what it does in Modern. It just costs a lot more mana, but you do get 2 buybacks, and it does have a reasonable body. It does die to Kozilek's turn, and pretty poor when your opponent Emrakul's you, but that's nothing you should have to worry about most of the time. So, and I probably want more reflectors as well. I'm not sure where else other than the main deck changes, but the sideboard certainly needs work. Like I said, I need to put some answer to the graveyard in my deck. Probably some Tormod's Crypt or something, since I sort of use the graveyard myself. I don't want to shut it off, but I'm not sure other than Tormod's Crypt what is even legal in this format. So I'll have to look over the sideboard choices a lot more. I kind of just threw the sideboard together with some potential cards I liked from some of the decks I saw when I was looking through. But other than that, I think this deck definitely has a lot of potential in this format. I've only played against 1 match, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But I think Court of Calling and Eldritch Evolution are definitely some extremely powerful cards that could be abused very easily in this format. I didn't really play this Tassiger at all. I put it in there because it's great with Evolution, and it's fit the theme pretty well. I have a bunch of fetches, so it's pretty easy to delve it back. So potentially you maybe want to move towards this card and away from Jace, and just try and make Tassigers super early with a bunch of fetches, and be more aggressive with that, and use that as a mana sink, which could be another route for this deck. I'll maybe look at that in the future as well. But other than that, that's about all I have to say about this format. It seems pretty cool. I definitely think Modern is getting a little stale, so I would love to see this format take off and maybe see some competitive play. But until it does, I'll probably not play it anymore, but I wouldn't be sad if it did. All right, see you guys in the future.